let's take apart a PS5. Alright, so let's spin this around. You spin me around me. Alright. There we go. Whew. That's wild. Someone has definitely been in here before. These are completely snapped off. Almost all of these are broke. Wow. So it's one side. Yep, they use a wide variety of screws. So I'm going to need a screw holder. I have no idea where any of mine are currently. Hopefully 5 will be enough. Alright, so that off. Insert a flat end spudger underneath the grill. Yes, I definitely needed a spudger for that. Okay, cool. Let's see. Can we... do this? 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we'll do, this one will be like that. This one will be like that. All right. So we have different lengths of screws here, which is going to be fun. So what I just did is I just did a nice little quick marking on them so that I know where they go. And worst case scenario, I'll be able to just look at a guide to see, and I'll hold them up a little bit here so I can see. Let's zoom in ever so slightly to right there. Fix our focus to right there. And like I said, I can, as I'm taking these out, I can show myself which screws came from where, as well as the markings that I put on top of the screws. So one part, which is the fan, had multiple screws. So next, we're going to unplug this fan. So next, we're going to unplug this fan. Move that like that. And now, screws. Let's go ahead and get this removed. See if they actually put anything in here. Most people don't, but some people do. Nope. All right. Now, more security screws all the way around the outside. Start with this one. So that is that for this one. That is that one. This is actually wild how many different screws there are in here. That is that one. up top here. I think this is just a cover that I don't actually need to remove for the disk drive. Because the disk drive should, in theory, come off. So this corner is that. This one. Is that. That one is that. Up here we have another one of these. So we got that. This is this. That is that. I need to make sure that I'm in camera here. This is this. We got that. And that should allow all of this to lift off. I need to make sure that I unplug this. And we have our security screw. Can't forget our security screw. Quite cute. And our security screw is that. And then we need to, in here, oh, that's right, this is, you push this down before you pull it out. And we are now to the board for the PS5. Now, my hope is that I can leave the cooler on and I just can desolder this over here. We're going to find out. So, unplug that. This, we'll leave that like that. I need to figure out which screws I need to take off to remove this. All right. This is pull that up and out the way. That out the way. That cable is extremely fragile for some reason. Apparently some of these screws, wonder if it's like just like this black one. So black one goes, this goes here. A full-size black one. Next part is we remove all of these screws. So let's go. This is it. This is the part that I've been dreading. Now we need to, once I do this, I need to flip this over very, very carefully. And this needs to come out. Why are you not coming out? The clip is, oh, there we go. That's what it is. That clip needs to come down. Come on. There's that. Here we go. Now we don't touch this. We are done with this. And we be very careful. Here's our liquid metal. We don't want to touch that. I want to make sure nothing gets onto that. And I am going to have a special place for you. Now, what we're going to be looking at is mainly making sure we get these pins off. Now, I am aware of that little resistor that's right behind it. It's not a resistor, it's a capacitor that's behind it. So, I'm actually going to remove that capacitor first, because otherwise that thing is going to be 100% gone. And then I just need to see if there's any open pads that I can just stick it to and then mark it, because otherwise, like, I can put it in my little holder thing here, but it's gonna vanish. That thing is so tiny I can barely see it with human eyes. So I just need to see, like I said, if there's a solder point that I can stick it to, because it's 100%. Like, the tip of my tweezers together is bigger than it. Might be able to. Interesting. What do you think this is for? It looks like they just add a little flux to it, and should stick quite nicely. As long as I don't jump any points, it should be perfectly fine. I have to be very cognizant with this of the fact that this liquid metal is here. I don't want it on my person. All right. See if I can even, before I do this, and see if I can get a hold of it. I can. Why do you think Sony thought this was a good idea? Okay. Let's go over to this pad. We still have it there. Oh boy, that is a tiny little guy. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be incredibly difficult to get that back on there. I really don't want to do this, but here we go. Put a little bit bit of flux on here. Put a little bit of solder on here. I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to very gently place that on there. So any day now, buddy. So now I know where that is. Now let's get this guy off of here. This is going to be incredibly difficult. Just go ahead and get that all lubed up. And then all of the work that we're going to do is going to be done from this side. Where again, we have incredibly small components just chilling right next to it for, you know, reasons. All right, we're just going to give this a little bit of an angle. And we're just going to heat saturate this board until that comes off. Where they're like 1 liter cases or 1.5 liter cases. Problem with those is they get very expensive very quickly. And this is where we hope we did not remove any pads. It looks clean, but we'll see here. I'd say that was pretty good. Pretty good pull there. All right. All right, here we got a PS5. We have two things. We have our replacement HDMI port, and we have our replacement liquid metal. So, let me just get this angled. So, two things I have to remember. One, I gotta be very careful getting all these lined up and make sure I test all the pins. Secondarily, I moved that capacitor over there. Alright, so first things first, I need to make sure I get low melt solder on everything here. Make sure it's nice and ready to go. Including that little guy. Oh, does that look like they're making contact down there? Yeah, I think I need to put a little bit more. I think I need to put a little bit more on this end. I don't think there's enough low melt on there, on these couple. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. That guy in there. Look at that. They're all semi-making contact. So let's put a little flux on there. Try not to burn myself. I think that's in there. Let's see how we did. Start here. Yep. 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 Worried about that one. Oh, I gotta redo that one. Alright, so one out of all of them isn't bad, and it's just that one, which should be on there now. That one's not wanting to. That one is not wanting to sit on there, is it? Yeah, that's good now. All right. So here's what we need to do next. We need to add solder to the stands to make sure it stays in place. So what I'm shooting for is that little set of pads right there. Let's try this again. You can see the solder melting. Oh. There we go. Pretty sure it did it. Regardless, that should be... Oh yeah, that guy's on there. Let's check these pins. One last... That's solid. 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 Now that we have this on there. Solid. 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 So worried about that one, but that seems fine. That's fine. Good. 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 Fine. 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 All right, let's get this done.
Ludicrous speed! Ludicrous speed.
All right, I guess I should probably show what I'm about to... A lot of research into this thermal compound for the PS4 or PS5, excuse me. And one of the things that becomes a problem is when you have a spot like what you're seeing right there, which is oxidation. So best thing to do is you want to get it relatively spread back out on there. And just reliquify it, and then we're going to put a nice little bubble on there, make sure it doesn't get anywhere else on there. And then I'm missing one little piece here. I'm going to use one of my spudgers to spread this out. So we get a nice even coat. I want to try and get this stuff that's on the sides back in there. I want to have it looking yeah, I know there's a blob. Yeah, I got a lot of little adjustments I got to make to try and pull this stuff back in. Stuff is never going to spread like thermal paste, but we just want to make sure we have some everywhere, because once we actually put the actual panel back on this, it's going to spread out a little. Pull that back. Yeah. If you don't have one of these little shields, it's kind of rough. Alright. What we want to avoid is just a single giant dry spot. Have a little bit everywhere. The compression will take care of the rest. So like that, that's pretty good. Get a nice thin layer all the way around. And even over there. And then, like I said, the compression should spread a little, should spread out quite a bit. We're good. You can see the logo right here. And we're good. Another successful repair. Should be good. All right. And now this nonsense, which goes like that. And there we go. We have a working PS5. All right. That was a heck of a job. Thank you guys for coming along with me on this multi-day journey. If you like this video, make sure you like. Ooh, something's not right there. No, I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. That's weird. Like that gap. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more stuff like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I stream daily on Twitch. Twitch.tv/SpecVengeance. And if you want to see more about my services, make sure you check out BradentonPCRepair.com. That's just super weird to me. All right, guys. Have a good one.